afternoon, everybody. I'm Greg Fischer, the mayor of Louisville. We are here today to celebrate another great season of SummerWorks. It's been obviously a very unusual year for the program, and I want to acknowledge the many employers, staff, participants, and funders who helped this program continue to provide opportunities for young people during a challenging time for our city and for our country. The program was smaller this year as a result of COVID-19 and the economic downturn, but we're still very pleased with what we were able to do. That's because there were moments back in the spring when the pandemic began, we weren't sure if there would even be a SummerWorks program for this past summer. Many of our businesses were laying off permanent workers, which meant that they were not able to participate in SummerWorks or not to the same extent that they were before. And then we saw other cities around the country cancel their youth jobs programs. But we knew if there was any way possible to keep the program going safely through the pandemic, we were going to do everything we could to make that happen. The first year that I was mayor, the federal funds were pulled back from Summer Jobs program, but we committed to keeping it going because it's a very important program for the youth of our community. This program means a lot to young people, to their families, and to our employers, and to the future of our city as well. And I'm proud to announce that with a lot of dedication and cooperation from our staff and with the help of a great set of community partners and supporters, we were able to have a successful, safe, and very productive SummerWorks season. Overall, more than 3,000 youth found jobs this season with our champion employers, which include great companies like Humana, GE Appliances, Kentucky Kingdom, UPS, Thornton's, Kroger, and many more. And one big reason we were able to make the program work this summer is because of the additional $1.4 million SummerWorks received from the One Louisville COVID-19 Response Fund, the James Graham Brown Foundation, and the Geens Foundation, which more than doubled the program's overall budget for the season. This additional funding helped our hardworking staff adapt quickly and offer more outdoor and remote work opportunities at 60 public sector and nonprofit work sites like Metro Parks, the Louisville Zoo, Dare to Care, and the Waterfront Botanical Gardens to offset the reduction in private sector hiring due to COVID-19. SummerWorks also responded to the challenges of 2020 with new innovations and creative solutions. Those include the SummerWorks Fellowship on Civic Engagement, that was created in response to the racial injustice protest on the streets of Louisville and cities across the nation, and led by our Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods. The SummerWorks innovations of 2020 also include two new tech initiatives, the SummerWorks Tech Academy and Tech Boss. Overall, nearly 400 young people learned valuable tech skills through these efforts, a majority of whom were Black and/or female, two demographic groups that are underrepresented in the technology sector. Also, the SummerWorks Tech Academy provided paid online training in areas such as coding, graphic design, and business applications, paying out nearly $250,000 to participants overall. These tech initiatives were successful on multiple levels. More money went directly to young people in our community during a time when many families are struggling to make ends meet, and those young people acquired the kinds of valuable tech skills that will benefit them in their education and their careers. We'll hear more about Tech Boss from a great participant who was part of that project in a few minutes. For helping make all this possible, I'd also like to thank the J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation, the Louisville Metro Council, the Diaz Family Foundation, the late David and Betty Jones, Henry Heiser, Mary Gwen Wheeler, and David Jones Jr., and many other funders of SummerWorks for their generous support. We'd also like to acknowledge the teamwork of our partners at the academies at JCPS and Greater Louisville, Inc. for continuing their commitment to helping young people learn the value of work and the satisfaction of earning their first paycheck. I'm really proud of the innovation and adaptability the SummerWorks community showed this year, and no one knows that better than the team at Youth Build Louisville, who operates SummerWorks in partnership with Kentuckiana Works. So I'd like to invite the president and CEO of Youth Build, Louisville, Lynn Rippey, up to say a few words. Lynn?
Thank you, Mayor. The SummerWorks program this summer had a really super creative and productive and enriching summer program. Summer jobs provide early work experience and skills development for young people who otherwise might flounder in the workforce, particularly low-income youth with minimal connections to the work world and limited knowledge of career options. This summer, we placed young people into a variety of assignments. As the mayor said, we tried to get creative in the end. And they were out in agricultural and natural resource work. We're going to hear a little bit about that in just a second. They were in arts, music, and entertainment work, culinary and food service work, business management, communications, construction, child care, government and public service work, health science work, special attractions, and information technology. These opportunities allowed us the chance to have extra eyes on our young people this summer. And we're checking in on them on their mental health and their families' needs, which was critical for us this summer. Extra supports for the young people that we included this summer are access to food, to furniture for some of them, transportation support, and appliances even for a family that did not have a refrigerator in their home. With 100 of our young people in some subsidized jobs, they all had job coaching this summer, which was awesome. We appreciate the faith that the mayor of Kentuckiana Works and the Kentuckiana Works Board have had in Youth Build to manage and grow the SummerWorks program. And while many other communities halted their summer programs because of COVID this summer, Louisville pushed forward, knowing that today's sweat and tears water tomorrow's gardens. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. You and your team at Youth Build do outstanding work for our young people in our community, so appreciate that. Next, we're going to hear from Jokari Beatty. Jokari has been a SummerWorks job coach and supervisor at Shawnee and Chickasaw Parks over the past 3 summers and has helped the youth participants improve our parks. He's helped educate our children about nature and how to take care of the environment. Jokari, will you please tell us a little bit about your work in the community?
Hello. So, as the mayor said, I've been a part of SummerWorks 3 years now. I work at Jefferson Memorial Forest as the community outreach specialist. We have participated in 4 years. Like I said, I've been a part of 3, originating as a job coach. And each year what we do is an infrastructure project or renovation at a park. We are focusing on West Louisville. So my first year we did Shawnee. We built a pump bike track there that still stands that we plan on doing programming this year. The past 2 years we've done work at Chickasaw Park, clearing out invasive species, and this year we built an infiltration trench to help out with the drainage with the standing water at the park. Each year we also like to do stuff with our community center, some mentorship and getting kids more involved with the outdoors, a program we call Louisville Echo, which stands for Louisville is Engaging Children Outdoors. Usually we go to community centers and give them different nature play activities that we show them that they can do outside or indoors. This year we had a special challenge of the community centers weren't open, so we didn't have that face-to-face contact with those children. But that's a key component of what we want to do each summer. So this summer we had our kids create personal nature play boxes that you can take home, that the kids can come to the community centers, pick up, and do these activities at home. Another challenge we had was not all of the kids are going to have backyard spaces or live close to a park, so we made sure each of these activities can be done in an apartment setting in your house, whether it be a small, show you how to make a shelter that's scaled down, or you can go in your backyard and do the same thing. That's a key component to what we want to do. And we also had our SummerWorks youth create videos on how to do those activities. So not only do the kids have an activity to do, but they can watch a video of someone that looks like them participating in that activity, whether it is a scavenger hunt, shelter building, identifying birds, and much more. Other than that, we plan on to continue this great work with those infrastructure improvements at Chickasaw and Shawnee Park. And it's a great mentorship program for not only our youth that we hired throughout the summer who really want to come back each year. Our retention rate is extremely high, and eventually they want to hire on. And a lot of them have pursued environmental majors in college and want to pursue environmental careers in the future, which without this program they may have not been exposed to initially. So we feel like that is something great about this, showing people that they have a place that they can have ownership. So with our youth that are building pump bike tracks at Chickasaw, at Shawnee Park, infrastructure improvements at Chickasaw, that gives them a piece of ownership that they want to take care of and make sure their parks are well kept. Thank you.
Thank you, Jokari, for the team's great work. Next, I'd like to introduce a SummerWorks participant from one of our new tech initiatives. It's called Tech Boss, T-E-C-C, which stands for Technology Entrepreneurship to Create Change. It was developed in partnership with Technique, a nonprofit centered around giving members of underrepresented groups more exposure to and experience in computer science field. As part of Tech Boss, 40 young people worked in teams to design and build mobile apps that would benefit our community. One of those youth participants and team leaders, LaDacia Wade, is here with us today. LaDacia, will you please say a few words about what Tech Boss is all about and what you learned?
Can I pull this down a little bit? Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here today. This summer, I was a team lead for Tech Boss. Like the mayor said, Tech and Tech Boss stands for Technology Entrepreneurship to Create Change Through Technique. Tech Boss was a 7-week internship for youth that took place Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There were around 40 participants. We were all split into business teams. Our overall objective was to create an app that solved a problem within our community. Throughout the internship, my business team set goals and resources that essentially prepared us to pitch our app we created. The main thing we practiced were project management, programming, coding, collaboration, app development, business model canvassing, and how to pitch an idea. I feel the purpose of Tech Boss was to encourage minorities to go into the possible fields of computer science and entrepreneurship, if not already interested. I am proud to say that I'm starting my degree in computer engineering and computer science at U of L. Tech Boss helped me in many ways. I obtained skills I'm going to need to apply in school and in my future career in general. Hard skills such as coding and programming. But also, before this internship, I have never done a pitch. So learning how to give an effective pitch was a new skill, and the process even inspired me to want to become an entrepreneur. Tech Boss helped strengthen my leadership skills. During the internship, I was one of the team leads. I was responsible for letting my team know what they were supposed to be doing every day, helping them with anything they needed, provided them with resources to seek as well. Tech Boss really boosts my confidence. I would have never thought I would be able to speak in front of an audience like I'm doing now. Tech Boss pushed me out of my box and helped me become a better me. Every situation you find yourself in can be a learning experience or opportunity if you allow it. On that note, I have to thank the founder, Miss Alicia, for giving me these absolutely amazing opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, LaDacia. You're one of the reasons why we're excited about the up-and-coming generation of tech workers and leaders in our city, and we're looking forward to hearing more from you in the future. Now I'd like to acknowledge the team at Kentuckiana Works who managed SummerWorks this season along with Youth Build. Under their leadership, SummerWorks adapted quickly to the new reality that we've been facing with COVID-19 and found creative ways to offer young people high-quality work experiences. They weren't just satisfied with salvaging the SummerWorks season. They pushed forward and continued to raise the bar for the program in many new ways. I want to thank Michael Gritton and the entire team at Kentuckiana Works for everybody's dedication and commitment. You all have done an amazing job. And now I'd like to invite Chris Locke, who has shown a lot of adaptability and innovation with the team as they built out the SummerWorks program. And Chris is the SummerWorks program director. Chris?
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. I'm actually here to just kind of reiterate and double down on just giving you our appreciation for everybody that made this happen this year. As most of us in this room know, when you're 9 years old getting ready to go into double digits is a big deal. This year is the 10th year of SummerWorks, and the mayor, along with partnership with Kentuckiana Works, started this in 2011. And for every birthday party, you know, there's usually a surprise, and we did not anticipate that the pandemic would be the surprise that we got. But as you've heard through the other speakers, one of the biggest things about this was the adaptability, and there are so many people to thank for that. Certainly, and most importantly, we are so appreciative of our operator, which is Youth Build. Their adaptability and flexibility was critical. And we started the year off on a solid foundation with the fundraising efforts of our executive director, primary Michael Gritton, in terms of going into the year with a solid foundation. But then with the mayor's team leaning in and being able to raise that additional $1.4 million was critical for almost 300 young people getting experiences that all of us closest to the work know is so important. And so we really want to reiterate our appreciation for the One Louisville COVID Response Fund, that $800,000, the $500,000 from the J. Graham Brown Foundation, and that $100,000 from the Gaines Foundation, and being able to double our budget this year, and being able to really take us past the 150 young people that we thought we were going to place initially to almost 300. So again, this is about really expressing our appreciation for Louisville being resilient. When we learned early in March, there were a number of communities that either canceled, suspended their programs. So we'd like to say again, appreciation to the mayor, his entire team, our Youth Build operator, and all of the CBOs, the community-based organizations that actually were unbelievably flexible, and certainly our employers that have stayed with us from the beginning of the program. Our core employers were critical. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Chris. So Kentuckiana Works obviously has been a key partner in the success that we've been seeing with SummerWorks since 2011. So happy anniversary to everybody. SummerWorks also wouldn't be possible without the strong support of the Louisville Metro Council. We have $500,000 in the city's budget to support SummerWorks. So I'd like to invite one of the program's strongest advocate, Councilwoman Barbara Sexton Smith, up to share a few words. Welcome, the Councilwoman.
Well, good afternoon. SummerWorks is a perfect example of what Louisville can accomplish when the Metro Council and Mayor Greg Fischer work together. So, Mayor Fischer, you've not been thanked enough yet today for the leadership that you have provided and the commitment that he has continued to show year after year, day after day, for all of the youth. His commitment is unprecedented, and his belief and his support of the young people in our community. And so there's more than 100 organizations said, we believe in Louisville. Yes, there's a pandemic, a health crisis. Yes, there's an economic downturn and crisis in our community. And yes, we recognize the more than 400 years of racial injustice in our community. But more than 100 companies said, we believe in Mayor Greg Fischer's leadership. We believe the Metro Council will step up and do their part. And we believe that the youth will come. And thank God they did. Because Michael Gritton, you haven't been thanked yet today. So I would like to thank you, leading Kentuckiana Works. And you know what? Thank God the young people continue to believe in themselves. They believed in themselves enough to either make a phone call or go online. I see a lot of heads shaking, those who are working with the young folks, processing those applications to be part of SummerWorks. And all you got to do is believe. If you just believe in yourself first, believe in the leadership, and then begin to follow. That's right. We can all accomplish great things together. Just think about that first job that you had. You know, a lot of people don't like to talk about their first job. And Lynn, I'll ask people what their first job was, and many times they'll give me their first job out of high school or their first job maybe out of a career training track or out of college. Mayor Fischer, I don't know about you, but my very first job, I was 13 years old selling Fuller Brush door to door back in the day. That's how old I am, when you could still walk door to door and knock on those doors, and I didn't make any money unless I had someone leading me and teaching me. It wasn't called SummerWorks. It was the precursor to SummerWorks. It was a boss that was showing me and mentoring me, teaching me those great sales skills. I know I've got a lot of work to do, but I sure can tell a story and sell a dream. And here's what SummerWorks has done. SummerWorks has instilled hope in the hearts of young people all across Jefferson County, not just this year, but for many years. But this year in particularly, when many young people are wondering, what will their future hold? What will it look like? And they're going to remember this. They're going to remember that this community believed enough in them to not only not cancel SummerWorks, but to make it even bigger and better and to let it grow and give them opportunities. So we've done this together, Louisville. If we can do this together, we can come through all of our other challenges together. So it's an honor to get to represent the Louisville Metro Council today. As Mayor Fischer said, we are a financial supporter and partner with the entire Louisville Metro budget. We worked on that together. It is our moral document, and we're just getting started for the budget year of fiscal year 2021. And under Mayor Greg Fischer's leadership, and with the support of my fellow council members, and with you, the community, it's not quitting time, it's the Super Bowl. So let's all get in there and do our part together. And congratulations to everyone that worked to make SummerWorks possible this year. Mayor Fischer, thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. But before closing things out, I'd like to once again thank all of the staff and partners who are working year-round to make this program effective. I'd also like to thank our champion employers and the funders who make it possible. The success of SummerWorks this season is a powerful reminder of how resilient and compassionate our city is and how focused we all are on making sure that the youth in our community have access to quality summer jobs. And now we'll focus on bringing this year's innovations and improvements with us as we prepare for an even better SummerWorks season in 2021. So I urge everyone to learn more about the program and how you or your organization can get involved. Just visit www.summerworks.org. So thanks everybody so much for being here today and participating to make this a great SummerWorks season under unusual circumstances. All right, so thank you, and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Mayor Fischer. I'd like to remind all the reporters, if you have questions, please put them in the chat addressed to everyone, and we will answer them as they come. This is a question from Jess Clark. This is not related to SummerWorks, but she's asking Mayor Fischer if you can tell us if you expect to get a heads up about the Cameron decision from the AG's office, and if so, what are your response plans?
Yes, we need that. We will be having some form of communication with the Attorney General, and we'll be able to share that with the public at the appropriate time.
Also from Jess, also, why did the city cut off power to Jefferson Square this morning?
Let my communications team get back with you on that.
So we are working on that answer that you all sent that question earlier. Any other questions? Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for participating today.